Hey people, Kenté Bates here, Halcyon Fitness Group, Coach's Corner car video. I'm going to call this one Redemption, Resurrection, Reflection Part 2. Just some random thoughts here and there. Now, trying to just sit here in deep meditation, think about having a conversation with quite a few of you. Redemption, that's forgiving yourself, becoming better day to day, putting in the work. Resurrection, showing your work, going to the places that defined your shame and defined your pain. Reflection, after you've won, you can look and think about what you have done and how you won, how you did it. As I've said before in the past, this life is about, this life is battle, this life is war. But the battlefield is your mind. Because you're fighting against your mind, your will, and your intellect. The things that have been implanted there by your family, by your friends, by society. And when I say society, I mostly mean the media. People, you must understand, there is a battle for your mind. There is a battle for souls, if you believe in souls and stuff like that. We must remember to guard ourselves against messages, against things that don't do us any good. Don't even entertain it. Be ruthless in guarding your mind, your heart, and your soul. Don't allow anything that comes against what you believe, even if it's in passing, even if it's a joke. Do not let that stuff stay there, because that seed will germinate and it will grow. It'll be just another part of the stronghold that you're trying to tear down. See, that's one of the main reasons I haven't done as many, fitness and weightlifting and, nutrition coaching videos on this platform, is because it's so important that to get this thing here, to get your mind into its proper form, to where it is operating, to where it's helping you, to where your mind is projecting the way forward, projecting what you want to be, where you want to be, projecting everything that is good, fruitful, and beneficial to you. The aspect of controlling your mind is so important. It's just like with dieting. You have to put your mind under the subjection of where you're wanting to go, what you're wanting to do. Now round robin with the title, Redemption, resurrection, reflection. When you are doing these things, when you're getting them done, take a moment to think about where you've been. The struggle, the pain, the aggravation. Think about the things that had you held down day after day after day after day, and it seemed like there'd be no relief. It seemed that there'd be no anything. No savior. No friends, no nothing. Think about this. Think about those things. But first, you have to have a salient, cogent battle plan to how you're going to go about changing your life, changing your thoughts, changing the way you eat, changing your weight, changing the shape of your body, changing the way you dress, changing your friends, changing where you go, as well as changing your tax bracket. Each person is different. Each and every last one of you are different. But I can say this, and this is why this is a universal message. I'm broadcasting. Paint with a broad brush, broad strokes. So many of you have been held down by external forces. A lot of these things we can't control. Excuse me. Now, wouldn't it make sense to get the things that you can control under your control? Like eating. Eating healthy. We could all stand to lose a few pounds. The way you dress, the way you project yourself to the world. That has a lot to do with how you're judged. The words you use. The way you carry yourself. And by that I mean being able to present yourself in a way that demands respect. It gets people to look at you as somewhat dignified. Throw in a little bit of honor. That they just can't mess you around. That they just can't treat you any kind of way and talk to you any kind of way, and that's not going to happen. In this, for all of the pain and the strain, you apply yourself, you dedicate yourself to this path. You'll see that you will grow. You'll see that you will become more. You'll see that a lot of things truly are open to you. The second and third parts of this, the resurrection and reflection, has a lot to do with getting over yourself. What I mean by getting over yourself, you are not your past. You are not what they said. You are not what happened to you. You are defined by you and your actions alone. You are not your gender. You are not your race. You are, however, a human being that can operate as a God. We can create life. We can take life. We can do all numerous sorts of things. You do not have to bow down to anything. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be afraid of your past. You don't have to give in to it. You don't have to cower to it. For those of you who have had the unfortunate occurrences to happen, I urge you, stand tall to make the decision to become greater, to be the things that you want to be. This should consume your life. It should consume everything about you. It should consume who you are. Resurrection, redemption. A lot of people look for salvation in deities. They look for salvation in all kinds of things, and they can't find it. And the main reason why they can't find it is because, well, salvation is yours. Redemption is yours. Resurrection is yours. It does not hinge on who you pray to. It does not hinge on extracurricular activities you may do. As I've said before, you're the author and finisher of this life. Now, in closing, do not forget who you are. So many of us, we live this life, we exist, and we exit this life with so much unfinished business. That's a shame. But I will tell you this. You listen to the words that are coming in my mouth in this video and every other video. If nothing else, you can learn. You can learn to get in touch with yourself. You can learn to love yourself. You can learn to do things better for you. Now, if any of you desire to work with me one-on-one, I promise you results. You will become greater. It's worth the price. The price that you will pay in dollars far outweighs the price of pain, shame, and regret. You must understand that. Because if you don't put in the work and if you don't work with others who can get you to where you want to be, you'll never make it. Want to work with me? You know what to do. DM me on whichever social media you may find me on. It's Facebook, Twitter, right here on YouTube, or even on my WordPress blog. And yes, keep your eyes on us because we're doing bigger and better things all the time. I want all of you to have a good, blessed week. And I'll be hitting you up with more videos as time allows. Talk to you later.